Breaking overnight, Republicans winning big here in the Tar Heel state. Senator-elect Ted Budd now projected to replace outgoing Senator Richard Burr.
The congressman defeats Democrat Cheri Beasley in a vicious fight playing out in a debate and television ads for months. Wake Up Charlotte's Richard Devane has more on the breaking development.
Great night for Republicans throughout the country continued as Ted Budd defeated Democrat Cheri Beasley for the U.S. Open Senate seat from North Carolina.
Well, thank you, North Carolina.
A more somber night for the Beasley campaign. Wake Up Charlotte's Brianna Harper was there.
Cheri Beasley came out to a crowd full of people cheering for her, and she thanked them for all their support. She also said she called Ted Budd, congratulated him on the win, and also asked that he continue to put North Carolina first. Now, obviously, this was the outcome that Beasley and her team had never wanted, but she says she's still proud of the campaign they ran, putting people before politics. And even with her loss, she says she's determined to keep fighting for the state and fighting for progress.
This isn't the outcome that we wanted, but we have made history in North Carolina.
The 51-year-old Budd has represented North Carolina's 13th congressional district since 2017 and was buoyed by an endorsement from President Trump last night. Budd thanked Trump and also said it's time to put the nation back on track.
It's time now to put the brakes on the Biden agenda of reckless spending, overregulation, and higher taxes. It's time to fully support the men and women of law enforcement who keep us safe each and every day.
Richard Devane for Wake Up Charlotte.
All right, now let's take a look at this race by the numbers. In all, Budd pulling out a victory by almost 4 points, almost 51% of the vote. And when you take a look at, for example, Charlotte specifically, you look at Beasley and you're like, wow, 65%. But here in Charlotte, folks, as you probably know at this point, we live in a blue bubble, because if you really want some insight about what went wrong here for the Beasley campaign, take a look at Anson County, 90 minutes to the southeast of Charlotte, Wadesboro, the county seat there. This is a county that she should have won. About half the voters there African American, and in the past, take a look. Joe Biden won this county 52%. And then if you go back 6 years ago, the last Senate race, Deborah Ross won it with nearly 56% of the vote. So if you're the Beasley campaign this morning, you're taking a look at counties like Anson, and you're knowing and understanding why you lost. Sarah?
All right, Ben, thank you. And there are some other major congressional races we do want to get you caught up on. First up, Democrats winning the brand new 14th district here in North Carolina. State Senator Jeff Jackson defeating Pat Harrigan. The new district makes up southern Mecklenburg County and a good portion of Gaston County. Jackson winning handily, beating Harrigan by 15 points. And just north in the 12th district, Democrat Alma Adams with a clean victory. She beat out Republican Tyler Lee by about 25 points. This election marks her 5th successful re-election bid.
Now to South Carolina, where Republicans pulled out 2 big statewide wins. Governor Henry McMaster staying in the governor's mansion, and Tim Scott heading back to Washington. Indira Esquiva has more on Scott's win for the U.S. Senate, but let's begin with Austin Walker with the McMaster campaign.
Yeah, hey, Ben and Sarah, a very happy time for South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster reclaiming his spot as the Palmetto State Governor, defeating Democratic challenger Joe Cunningham. Now, this is a historic win for the state of South Carolina. If he completes this second term, McMaster would serve as governor for 10 years, longer than any other executive in the state's history.
But we're on a good track right now. South Carolina's booming, and we're going to keep on booming.
Now, this is not the only race WCNC Charlotte is following from the Palmetto State. Our Indira Esquiva is in Charleston following the win. Tim Scott pulled out. We continue our coverage from Charleston.
Yeah, Senator Tim Scott had a good night here at the Charleston Place Hotel. His race was called literally minutes after polls closed at 7 p.m. here in South Carolina, showing that he defeated his Democratic opponent, Crystal Matthews. Unofficial results show he will serve as senator for at least another 6 years. According to the AP, this may be the last time Scott serves as senator, as he does not plan to run again. That leaves many wondering, will he run for president? Scott did not give a clear answer during his speech. He did, though, voice support for police officers, as well as building a wall at the southern border. In Charleston, Indira Esquiva, Wake Up Charlotte.
Some big Senate races called here in the Carolinas, but a lot is still on the line at this hour. Too close to call when it comes to determining who will control both houses of Congress.
Wake Up Charlotte's Jesse Pierre joins us now. And Jesse, it could actually be a while before it all gets figured out.
That's right, Ben and Sarah. Control of the U.S. House and Senate still up for grabs. In the Senate, 36 seats voted on last night. And as of this morning, the Senate split at 48. Now, we're still waiting on 4 more races. One big one to note, John Featherman defeating Dr. Oz, flipping a Pennsylvania seat for the Democrats. Now, they only need 50 seats to keep power, while Republicans looking to reach the magic number of 51 to take control. Now, over in the U.S. House, a lot still up for grabs. The magic number there is 218. Right now, Republicans have 199 seats with Democrats just over 25 seats behind. As you can see, we're still waiting on a lot of races to be a call for the House. Now, Republicans only needing to pick up 5 seats to take control of that chamber. We'll keep you updated as more races get called throughout the morning on air and on WCNC.com. In studio, Jesse Pierre, back to you, Ben.
All right, a good night for Republicans, but perhaps not the red wave they were hoping for. All right, Jesse, thank you.